Well, the latest now, and after more than 6 years of legal wrangling, a judge today finalized a bankruptcy plan for Tonawanda Coke. Channel 2's Dave McKinley joins us live from the newsroom. And Dave, some people who claim to have been harmed by pollution from the former industrial plant don't stand to gain much from this settlement.
Well, Mary Alice, in court today, bankruptcy judge Carl Buckeye noted on the record that the settlement was not wonderful, but reflective of what the reality is and what happens when the money simply is no longer there. Tonawanda Coke, which for decades operated a sprawling complex near River Road, came under fire in 2014 when it was fined $24 million and charges were brought against its operators for violating the Clean Air Act. Within a few years, and unable to continue to secure financing to pay off those fines, it abruptly shuttered the plant, laid off its workforce, and declared bankruptcy. Under the bankruptcy plan approved today, the EPA, the state of New York, and the lawyers and accountants who worked on the case will get millions of dollars. But for the individuals who claim to have suffered ill health effects from living near the plant and who filed civil suits and who hope to be compensated through the bankruptcy settlement,
there's nothing left.
Bob Carbone's mother was among those who sued.
She has chronic lymphocytic leukemia, which is a type of leukemia that's linked to benzene exposure.
But for she and more than 300 others who filed tort cases against Tonawanda Coke, there's just $100,000 to divide among them, which on average would be a few $100s each.
Those people have medical expenses. They very possibly have lost wages.
Of particular interest to Carbone is that the state is in line to receive $1.5 million to settle a claim not associated with environmental damage or cleanup, but for Tonawanda Coke having violated the WARN Act.
They assessed these fines because the plant closed without giving adequate notice to workers.
Translation:
there's no out-of-pocket expense that the state is seeking to recoup.
Which leaves him to wonder
as to whether there is a potential legislative or political opportunity to reallocate that state claim to these people. It's still a fraction of what these people deserve in the interest of justice.
Carbone says he recently brought this to the attention of New York State Assemblyman Bill Conrad, who represents Tonawanda. He says his staff was very receptive, seemed to be getting things on the ball in terms of perhaps making that pitch on behalf of those litigants. And of course, we'll follow up on this story. On your side in the newsroom, Dave McKinley, Channel 2 News.